Ron Peter OG here. We're going to look at how we can use props.cash to win on Monkey Knife Fight. If you're not familiar with Monkey Knife Fight, there's a link down in the description where you can go and sign up. Monkey Knife Fight is one of the original prop betting sites, been out for a minute, and it gives you a different way of prop wagering than a site like PrizePicks. One of the picks I like on Monkey Knife Fight is the more or less 2 for 3. So you get 2 out of 3 of these right and you 2 extra money. So if you bet $10, you're going to get $20. $100, you're going to get $200. And they offer this for basically every game. Now, my limit on this is only $5. So the most I can bet is $5. So for me to make this useful, I really need to go through every game available that day and place a bet on it, and just try a great way to, build your bankroll. Your limit may be over 5. I'm not sure what your limit is going to be, but mine is 5 at this time, and I've been on the site for a couple of years now. So we're going to look at this play from the Orlando-Toronto game. And they've given us Pascal Siakam 22.5 more or less for points. Paolo 18.5 for points. And OG 17.5 for points. These spreads are lower than the normal spreads that are out there. So, this is a very good way to slowly increase your bankroll if you do the right analysis and get these right. You got to get these right. So, first, let's look at Pascal. For 22.5 points, he's hit this 70% of the time over the last 10 games. Basically, what I like to do is I like to use the implied odds here, which is down here below, minus 233. And that's basically a hit rate over the last 10 games. I do like to use the last 10 games because that gives you a pretty good variety of games played. I do not like using the full season, and this is the normal spread, by the way. The normal spread on most of the books is 24.5. So if we'll push this back down to 22.5, even for the season, he's hit it 73% of the time, and with an implied odds rate minus 275 for him to hit that again tonight. Again, I like to do the last 10 games. To me, it gives you a better on how the player is going to do. And we'll push that back down to 22.5. And again, like I say, the implied odds are minus 233. That is good enough for me. For that pick, for him, I'm choosing more. I think it's more. Let's look at the second player. And as you can see, Paolo Banchero, Orlando, over the season, he's hit it 79% of the time. He's went over 18.5 points. Let's look at his last 10. Take this back down to 18.5. He's 20.5 on a night. That's the normal prop for the night. Over the last 10 games, he's hit this 80% of the time. The implied odds that he'll hit that tonight is minus 400. As you can see, we can also factor in the defense. We can kind of factor in the defense here. As you can see, against Toronto, he only had 9 points. So that's something we probably need to look at. Let's go to the Toronto game and see why he only had 9 points. He played 26 minutes in that game against Toronto. He only had 8 field goal attempts. That's a little odd. Not sure. I didn't watch the game. But he did play his normal minutes, but he only had 9 points. I don't expect that to continue. And again, I'm going to go with my implied odds here. Last 10 games, 18.5. Let's push that back down to 18.5. Minus 400. I'm going to go with that. I think he goes over the 18.5 points that Monkey Knife Fight is giving us for this wager. And we only got to get 2 out of 3 right here. We only got to be right 2 times right here. Which is not, to me, if you do your research, it's not too hard to do. Let's look at the third player over here. Let's look at OG. OG is 17.5. Let's push this down to 17.5. Over the last 10 games, OG's hit this 70% of the time. Has an implied odds of minus 233. Orlando's decent against the small forward position. In his previous game against Orlando, he had 32 points. Probably somebody was out. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm going to go with my implied odds here that I'm getting. Minus 233 to go over 17.5 tonight. Let's look at... that's really... just keep it simple here. It seems like what they do, that like I say, the odds on OG tonight, I think is normal odds is, when we click here to tell us, go away, come back. Normal odds for him is 19.5, and they're giving us about a 2 point, it's below the normal prop here for those wagers. So 17.5, and the normal prop is 18.5. I'm sorry, normal prop is 19.5. I like him to go over. And again, you only got to get 2 out of 3 right here, and you're going to win. So it's an enticing wager. They limit you. They're going to limit us here. We're going to choose more here, and we're going to place this $5 wager. So we limit it. So you're not going to kill them with this bet, because they want you to make some of these other wagers out here that are going to be go ahead and click submit there. They want us to make some of these other wagers out here that are going to be more tight, tricky. And you can do the 2 for 2 right here. They're giving these breaks on these wagers also, and you're going to win 3.5 extra money. Up here, the 2 for 2. This is the normal odds on the props for the game tonight, and you 3.5 extra money. The normal odds, most of the books and everywhere, PrizePicks, whatever, is 24.5 points, 20.5 points. So down here, they give you a 2 for 2 also, where you can 2 point. They're going to limit us here too. If we can click on this, you can see it's limited, where you can only bet, $5 on this bet. So you're only going to win so much, but it's there. It's called the beginner's game. So if you still have the beginner's option in your selection, go ahead and use it. Take advantage of it. Go ahead and use it and take advantage of it. You're limited on your bets, but go ahead and use it and take advantage of it. Great way to win money, if you can, as long as it's available to you in Monkey Knife Fight. You can go through every game and choose every game on the slate and play that beginner's option and win some money. Let's look at the Laker game. I think it's available on the Laker game too. You got 2 beginners options here, 2 beginner options games here. So go ahead, go through, look at it, see what you can do. Take the break on the odds. Do a little research. Use props.cash to do a little research and help you nail down which way you need to go on these picks. Check the injury news, see who's injured, and and all that. Check all that. You're gonna have that. I've been on Monkey Knife Fight for, like I say, several years. I've been focusing more on PrizePicks than Monkey Knife Fight, so I'm very sporadic on Monkey Knife Fight. But this is just another option where you can go and do your prop betting. So if you still have these beginner categories available to you, take advantage of it. They're giving you a prop break. I say 2 out of 3 is not hard to hit when you get such a huge, break in the odds that they're giving us. So it's definitely something to take advantage of. Hope this video helped you. Remember, props.cash is the tool that I use. Cannot go wrong with props.cash. You can get a link down in the description for props.cash. But hey, go ahead and use those as long as they're out there. I'm not sure how long the beginners games are available to you. Like I say, I've had this account for 2 years, and it's still there. I'm not a consistent player on Monkey Knife Fight, but I've been getting back more into it more this year. So that is all I have. Go ahead and like, subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section. If you have anything else you want to talk about this, drop it down in the comment section. Until the next video, peace.